Hey, horror fans, once again, it's the Horror Miser Money G, and today we're going to talk about last night's brilliant episode of American Horror Story Cult. Now, before I do begin my recap of last night's episode, I just want to say over the weekend I went over 100 subscribers, and I was elated because when I first started this channel back in January, I really didn't have any clue about how many people are going to subscribe to my channel, and I gave me a goal of getting at least maybe 50 by year's end. And the fact that I have now breached over 100 and we still have at least 2 months left in the year really means that I really love you guys that are supporting me. And there are a lot of people that I have met and really been a nice group of people all throughout the year. When I first started this channel, I found out that there is a huge horror community that loves horror just as much as I do, and I want to say thank you to those people. Obviously, top, obviously, of course, I have to give my thanks to my lovely wife Kelly, who supported me when I first decided to do this, and said that I would do a good job, and she actually became my 100th subscriber. So of course, I always have to give my wife. She gives the top praise. So of course, I love you, my lovely wife. Thank you for becoming my 100th subscriber. Uh, Obviously, have to give also huge support to my good dear friends out in the West Coast, Gory B and Danny Nightmare from Horror Addicts TV. They've supported me when I first really started to become friends with them, when I started to do their live chats with Gory's B, Girls Night Out, and of course Danny and her love for wrestling and our love for the WWE. And I want to give obviously thanks for them. Obviously, thanks to everyone else in the horror family, Horror Girl Susan. She's been through a lot, so I want to give thanks to her and her huge support. Emma from Spooky Astronauts, Jay and John from Bloodbath and Beyond, everybody else in the horror family. Thank you for all your support. Also, huge support for Lee McCoy and Cody Leach and Dylan from Killer Flicks and everybody else from the Killer Flicks family. Really love you guys. Really thank you for all the support that you've given me. And obviously, I have to give the early people who supported me, my early subscribers, Eric Holden. I want to thank you for all your support as well because you're one of my early subscribers, and of course some of my non-horror people. Adele from Roll Credits. She supported me early, so I want to thank Adele as well. So I want to thank everyone for their huge support, and I really appreciate everything that y'all supported me. It means that I'm doing a great job, and I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. So obviously, of course, the goal next year is to get at least over 200 subscribers. But enough of that. Let's get to the recap. So last night we get another cold opening. We see some girl is having sex in the car. We don't know who she is at this point at the time right now. After she has sex in the car, she goes to this art studio, and we see that it's Evan Peters, but he's not playing Kai. He's actually playing Andy Warhol, and the woman we turn out to be is Valerie Salinas. If I mispronounced that, let me know again. She's upset because he was supposed to write her script called "Up Your Ass." very, very nice title. Of course, Andy Warhol says she threatens him, saying that how come you won't make women a success? Andy Warhol tells, "Oh Valerie, you know women can't be serious artists." He tells her, "Why don't you just be an actress?" Of course, this pisses her off to no good. She eventually buys a gun and she shoots Andy Warhol. And cue the opening credits. Now, of course, before we begin, American Horror, people who know about American Horror Story, they tend to take real life events and put their own simple twist on it. And if you remember the name Valerie Salinas, yes, she was a real person. She was a very radical feminist back in the 50s and 60s. She did actually shoot and try to kill Andy Warhol because she did actually write a play called Up Your Ass. And she did not kill him, but she did shoot and wound him. And she eventually was arrested and thrown in jail. I believe she went to an insane asylum. They diagnosed her as paranoid schizophrenic, and they locked her up in a loony bin. So this is basically what this story is going to be about. Now we are back with Kai. We see a news report. Kai's shooting has done its job. It's obviously he's the talk of the town. He obviously won the council seat in a landslide, and everything. Everyone is really praising his praises. Unfortunately, when Beverly rolls up to his house, all she sees is a bunch of men. None of the women are there, and eventually she feels as though she's being left out. And Kai tells her that, hey, look, don't worry about it. Everything's going fine. And Beverly tells her we need more blood. And Kai says everything's fine. We need to calm down for a bit. And this is before long, the men are starting to snicker behind him whenever he's away. And Beverly thinks something's not right. And she's right. Something is afoot. So eventually, Beverly feels as though that the women of the cult are being cut out. And she's right. They're being cut out. Now, they eventually meet this woman named B.B. Babbitt, played by American Horror Story fave Frances Convoy. She makes her appearance in this story. And she has a Betty Page haircut, and we get a flashback to the late 1960s as we find out she was Valerie's lover. Now, of course, Valerie, it was played by the great Liam Dunham, and she really does a great job playing this character. She deserves an Emmy for her performance here because she really brings it with this character. Eventually, she tells a story about how Valerie wrote the Scum Manifesto. Now, Scum stands for Society for Cutting Up Men, and Valerie really, really hated men. Um, she said the bullets they put in Andy Warhol were the shots of the revolution. We flash back to 67, and we see the meetings taking place. Um, we see the meeting taking place, and she starts her own plan. And they eventually start killing people, and they actually blame the Zodiac killer. And even Ivy says that those people, no, not Ivy, Winter says that the two people were killed by the Zodiac, and of course BB says no, we were the Zodiac. Nice plan. Now eventually they do some killing. They actually killed two people having a picnic, which is something similar that Twisted the Clown did in Freak Show and in the earlier part of this season when the clowns were all over the place. Now, of course, he did it better. Fortunately for the girls, somehow the Zodiac starts sending ciphers to newspapers, and we eventually find out that two gay men were allowed to come into the group. They call themselves Turds, and unfortunately for the guy that actually sent the ciphers, they really do a number on him and literally slaughter him up in very gruesome ways. First of all, Valerie knifes him in the groin, knifes him in the nuts. That's a nice way to put it. And they literally just cut him up. And by the time the cops find him, his body is cut up to pieces, and his, as Gory can say, dong is in his mouth. Because they say, wait a minute, his whatchamacallit is missing. No, it's not. His dong is in his mouth. I guess that was poetic justice on the girl's part. Unfortunately, it doesn't turn out that the plan that Valerie had didn't work. She eventually starts to skits out, and she dies alone. And then we hit back uh, to present day, and they find out that the same way that happened to Valerie was the same way that happened to Metal. And Beverly says we have to strike back, and this time we don't miss, meaning that we are going to go and kill Kyle. And we're going to succeed, unlike what Valerie did not do to Andy Warhol. So we begin this great cat and mouse game, and we get to a scene where Kai is in his home with his dead mother and father. A very gruesome scene. The fact that they are still there, and I'm surprised they don't stink, but they did put some type of whatchamacallit in that room so it didn't stink. And Kai is having a moment of clarity, saying that the crown wears heavy. Now that he's won the city councilman seat, he now has to go ahead and do the job that he wants to do, and he doesn't know that if he's capable of doing it. We eventually have a nice conversation between the two of them, and eventually he pulls out the Scum Manifesto. He said he found it in her room. Winter does her best just to play it off, saying it's just on the papers that she had. And he said, you know what? This is a great acronym. He says, what about this is a great acronym? Why don't we try MLWB? Women lead, women bleed. Ugh, I thought that was very offensive. But then Kai said it was Harrison's idea, trying to throw the blame on Harrison. Now, of course, this make the women of the cult very happy. They eventually lure Harrison to the butchery, and the girls do a number on him. They literally beat the crap out. First, they Beverly smacks him aside the head with some type of what you call him. They strap him in, and next thing you know, uh, Ivy takes some type of saw and they cut him up to pieces. Oh man! And then we see the next morning in the news. Of course, Beverly is telling. Obviously, Beverly is there, telling them about how they found them, and the crime is not going down. Really, she's really talking to Kai because we see Kai sitting in the whatchamacallit, and he's not even nervous. He's just sitting there chilling. Hey, look, I'm fine, not a problem. She says clearly the promise of law and order is not being kept as she grins on camera, knowing that she's talking correctly to Kai. But Kai just stands back and he says, you know, they're best when they're angry, he tells her. And he sort of looks over to his right or his left. What do you think? And we see BB Babbitt with her long cigar, some type of symbol, and says, aren't we all? Mind blown! Now, I don't know about you, but I did not see that coming. I should have saw it coming because I'm pretty good at guessing when writers want to throw a twist. But I did not see that coming. I was too busy enthralled with Leon Dorm's performance as Valerie because she really did a great and outstanding job of playing this very feministic, very, can't remember the opposite of misogynist. That's a man who hates women, but she was a woman who hated men. And she really did a great job. And you also got to give Evan Peters credit too. He does a great job not only portraying Kai, but he does a great job playing Andy Warhol. So I'm like this. Just give. I tweeted this earlier this morning too. Just give Evan Peters the Emmy. He richly deserves it. Liam Dunham, she deserves an Emmy for her performance as well too. And I really like seeing her. And we also saw another one of American Horror Stories alumni, the girl that was in the first. I think she was the first insect. I don't know her name, but she was Jessica Lang's daughter. If someone remembers her name, put it in the comment section. Let me know because I forgot she was in this too. But it was nice to see Francis Conroy back, and obviously Kai once again knows how to manipulate people, and he manipulated the shit out of all the women. Obviously there's still much more left to his end game, and this is something that he wanted. And I don't know what BB Babbitt's taking all this, and why would she want to do this. Obviously something's happened to her to make her change her philosophy, because she was all about whatever Valerie wanted, but obviously something changed in her life. But I guess we will see. So, my horror fans, did you see that coming? Because I certainly don't see it. But if you did, comment in the comment section. Let me know that you think this is another excellent episode of American Horror Story Cult. Again, make your comments down in the comments and let me know. Do you think this is one of the best seasons ever? Or do you think this is just another up and down season, or you just don't like this season at all? Once again, make your comments down in the comment section and we'll talk about it. Because I think this is the best American Horror Story has done. You really got to give everyone credit, all the producers, writers, and the creators of American Horror Story. Sean Murphy, you're really killing this season. I truly enjoy it. Well, that's my recap of last night's episode of American Horror Story Cult. In celebration of my 100, of me going over 100 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a Q&A video. I posted this on Facebook and I tweeted it on Twitter. But I'm also going to do it here on this video right now. If you have any questions that you would like to answer me, please leave them in the comment section below. It could be horror related or non-horror related, but nothing nasty, please. I don't want to get this. I don't want to get this video taken off because someone was smart enough and posted some nasty comments down. So nothing nasty. You know, like I said, just go ahead, put your questions down in the comments below, and I'll go ahead and put them in the video. I will try to have that up by at least by Halloween. Yeah, hopefully I want to do that Halloween, so I'll make a special Halloween video with my Q&A as I celebrate over 100 subscribers. So I appreciate everyone's support, and I wouldn't be able to do this, or wouldn't be able to continue doing this if it wasn't for you, my subscribers. So once again, really appreciate y'all. So if you like this little, please give it a thumbs up. And this is your first time here, once again, hit that subscriber button and ring that bell, so that way you can become part of the horror experience with me, the Horror Miser Monty G. Once again, all my social media links will be in the description below as well. I am on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, horror rules.